Okay, here we go. Okay, let me get comfy. Alright, hey guys, back with another video. And today I wanted to talk about why it's important for basically anyone, but specifically women, young women, older women, no matter what your race, color, or creed is. It's important for women to know how to be as self-sufficient as possible. And today I'm focusing on doing home repairs, doing yard work, fixing appliances and stuff like that, right? I know nowadays you see women doing much more leg work, around the house work, chores that used to be considered the man's job. And a lot of women still consider different chores around the house a man's job. A lot of women still have honey-do lists for a man who's working full-time and is expected to do all these full-time projects or chores on the weekends or days off or during his vacation time or whatever. And I feel like women need to know these kind of things too. Women need to know basic electrical. Women need to know how to troubleshoot a furnace if your furnace isn't working. Women need to know how to turn off the power and change out the air conditioner motor capacitor or the run capacitor. Women need to know how to use a snow blower or a snow shovel. Women need to know how to change tires. Women need to know how to do lawn work, operate a weed whacker, a chainsaw. The list goes on. And I firmly believe that teamwork makes the dream work. And that's not always possible in every household, right? One spouse may have an injury or illness that keeps them away from doing that type of work. And especially if the spouse is a husband, then women need to learn how to step up to the plate. Especially when you're not rich, you're regular, like me, right? And this goes into how people can save money for other things. You can save money for winter clothes, winter boots, winter whatever, right? By doing a lot of the work yourself. I see a lot of people who are fully capable, fully able to go out and mow their own lawns, and they just won't do it. It's just like not a thing they're going to do. And it kind of puts you in a position of being spoiled, so that if there ever comes a time that you can't afford to pay your landscaper, you're freaking out like, what am I going to do? Or it's a big to-do to go outside and mow your own lawn. I've actually seen people who have lawn mowers and they refuse to use it. They actually pay for lawn service. To each their own if you can afford it. But if you're going into debt, if you're putting it on a credit card and your credit card has a balance every single month that's not paid off, that's occurring interest, then it would do you a huge service to get out there and learn how to do it yourself. Make it a family project, if you will. Something as simple as cleaning up leaves or sweeping up leaves. People just don't want to do it. What I've started doing, I used to bag up all my leaves and throw them away, but what I've started doing is letting my leaves feed my lawn. So I don't just leave the leaves in the lawn, which is kind of weird to me, because you can see in a forest, a little side note, in a forest situation, where all the trees are around and the leaves fall, well, the leaves never mess up the beautiful lawn unless they're doing some spring maintenance or something like that, right? But I know in my lawn, if I leave the whole leaves just there, if I just let them fall and leave them there, my lawn would be bare. It just creates bald spots, just like I wouldn't have a lawn, right? So what I started doing was I take my lawnmower and I remove the bag and I just chop up the leaves and allow the leaves. I cut the lawn with the leaves on it, and I allow the smaller pieces of the leaves to feed the lawn, and it will feed the lawn. You can also take the leaves and put them in a pile to create leaf compost for your garden in the spring. So I've learned different techniques like that, and it makes yard work easier. Rather than picking up all those leaves, just rake them into a pile. It works for me for leaf compost. Or you can put them in bags, black contractor's bags, and wet them a little bit and allow them to just sit, and by the time spring comes, you'll have leaf compost, things like that. Yeah, but women need to know how to change out hose on the back of their washing machine. Women need to learn how to hook up the hose from the back of the washing machine to the water pipes in your house, your basement, your apartment, or whatever. I'm a firm believer that women are helpless, and I don't believe in a such thing as, oh, that's a man's job or that's a woman's job. However, I do value traditional roles in families, in households. I do value those. But I also feel like women need to learn how to do it. There have been so many times that a woman becomes a widow or a husband gets injured and she just doesn't know how to do what she needs to do to keep the family going. And this video is not going to be long, but I was thinking about that, how so many women, I was watching a video the other day, and that woman, the wife said, oh, I don't do this kind of work. And I applaud the men who teach their wives how to use nail guns and a riding lawnmower, or how to change a tire, or whatever it is. You need to know how your furnace runs, how your furnace works. It's so simple to change an igniter switch in a furnace, or the igniter in your hot water tank. It's so easy to do that kind of stuff. HVAC technicians will charge you an extreme amount of money to come out and change a capacitor, on a motor capacitor or a run capacitor on your air conditioner. They get over. Not saying that those professionals don't deserve to be paid, but I feel like in my household, I call the professionals when it's something I can't do, or it's too involved and I don't want to mess nothing up. But changing out motor capacitors, run capacitors, igniter switches, thermostats, something as simple as turning off the power and switching out your thermostat. We need to know how to do that, because there are a lot of single women out here. You need to learn how to be as sufficient as possible, and that will keep money in your pocket to save for food, household supplies, hygiene supplies, soap, toilet tissue, shampoo, and things like that. It would behoove every woman, be it whether you're married or single, to learn how to do basic household repairs, basic household chores on the exterior and the exterior of your home. Drywalling is not really hard. We need to learn how to do drywall. We need to know how to do a cement pad if for whatever reason if we need to. I'm not good at small engine. I would love to learn how to do small engine repair, but I'm not good at that kind of stuff. I leave that to the experts. Unless I have a friend who could show me how, or someone who's interested in showing me how, that's the only way I would learn something like that. But again, the point of this video is to say that women, we really need to learn how to do for self. It's important, and it's going to be even more important in the days and years to come. That's all I got for you guys for this video. Until next time, family, peace.